Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Peter Torrente, Banking Lead at KPMG, to discuss KPMG's new report, a digital decree reinventing the banking industry in real time, in which you describe a dire need for banks to accelerate their digital transformation plans and warn that bypassing the opportunity could have a longer-term impact on their business. Peter, welcome to Trade Talks.
Glad to be here.
Why do you think the banking industry is facing a critical need to implement their digital plans so quickly?
Yeah, we think there's a compelling case for accelerating digital strategies. In our recent report, A Digital Decree, we really look at three shifting consumer behaviors. One, consumers reporting online and mobile banking up 35% in recent months. Consumers indicating that they are less likely to frequent ATM machines and branches in the future. And then third, consumers looking for contactless payments, and contactless payments expected to go up eightfold over the next 4 years through 2024. So with stay-at-home orders and consumers wanting to stay safe and healthy, banks looking to do the same, reducing branch hours, closing branches in some cases. Customers realizing it's not that difficult to deposit a check with their mobile phone, and it's quite efficient. We think mobile banking, online banking accelerated by several years here over the last few months. But really a pivotal moment for banks to accelerate their digital strategies in a marketplace where customers and consumers are going to expect such from their banks.
Well, let's talk about the customer experience. How are consumer demands changing, and what attributes do they consider when choosing a bank? Because, prior it used to be the amount of ATMs that are available, the amount of branches that are available, but that has virtually shifted completely.
Yeah, in our report, we say digital desires have become digital demands on the part of consumers, and really four aspects of the customer experience that they're looking for in the virtual world. One, they want their bank to keep it simple, keep it easy to use, make it as frictionless as possible in the experience. They want their bank to know them, to personalize the service to them. Banks have lots of information on their customers. Three, they want their bank to help them meet their financial goals, whether it's more broadly or for that particular transaction. And then finally, they want their bank to keep them safe and secure. Banks have a lot of personal information, and customers want to know that that's going to be safeguarded. And we think that banks that can do all four of these well will earn the trust of their customers and will be rewarded for it.
Well, banks are businesses at the end of the day. So outside of improving the customer experience, what other operational benefits can banks accomplish through this digital transformation?
Yeah, we really look at it in two buckets, the growth and client experience side, which we've talked about, and banks will continue to work on that and introduce data and analytics to better know their customer. And then on the cost side, looking at operating models in the current environment and the new reality, certainly with the low interest rates likely to persist and downward pressure on net interest margins, and focus on efficiency ratios. Banks certainly looking to digitize their middle and back offices, automate processes, and we really think if banks do this well, it will benefit their employees, which can focus on higher end tasks, benefit regulators and their shareholders.
Mm-hmm. And Peter, what are some of the other trends that KPMG is following in the banking industry?
Yeah, we also see connected to this discussion, looking at branch strategy going forward and what is the right branch footprint on a go-forward basis. Looking at new ways of working and bringing folks back to the office safely. Capital and liquidity planning still very much at the forefront of the agenda. And then I'd close with credit, very much in focus here in second quarter earnings season, and banks working very closely with borrowers over the coming quarters.
All right, Peter, thanks so much for joining us on Trade Talks.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And you got it. And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.